Start.
Wait till she gets back. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Bluffs Singers Spring Concert. We're very happy to see you here today. Enjoy yourself and prepare for a toe-tapping good time. The theme of our program today is folk songs from around the world. Folk songs are songs originating among the people of a country or an area. It is the music that is sung by the people, not music recorded in a studio or performed on a stage. People learn these songs by singing them with others. Songs are passed down from generation to generation and often are changed as they are passed down. Although most folk songs have no known composers, arrangements have been made for many, making them suitable for performances. We will open the program with the song Crawdad Hole. How many know what a crawdad is? How many have eaten one? They're not the most attractive, but they sure do taste good, especially in some type of a New Orleans gumbo. Mighty good. Some of the first to sing Crawdad Hole may have been workers building levees to prevent flooding of the Mississippi River. When delving into the meaning behind Crawdad Hole, it becomes evident that the song is a celebration of the simpler forms or ways in life. It paints a vivid picture of a secluded spot near a creek where one can escape the troubles of the world and find peace in nature. The song invokes a sense of nostalgia, transporting listeners to a time in life that was less complicated and more connected to the beauty of the natural world. We now give you Crawdad Hole. Our next song is Shenandoah, perhaps one of America's most recognizable folk songs. Some say the song refers to the river. Others say it is about the daughter of Chief Shenandoah. The arranger for this song suggests that we sing it with 3 syllables, Shenandoah. So that's what you will hear today. Our earliest known version of the song likely originated with French-Canadian voyagers who traded with Native Americans around the Great Lakes starting in the 16th century. The voyagers gave weapons, tools, and money in exchange for animal furs, especially beaver pelts. They often sang while they paddled their canoes along the Mississippi River and its tributaries, including the Missouri River. We now give you Shenandoah. Down by the riverside is one of the most beloved of all African American spirituals, spirituals being among the most important American folk songs. Songs written by slaves prior to the Civil War are often full of faith and hope in the midst of some of life's most difficult circumstances. Behind some of the religious texts are often coded messages meant to communicate with other slaves about escaping the freedom. Because of the recurring phrase, "I ain't gonna study war no more," this spiritual has become especially popular during times of war. It is not absolutely clear what is meant by going down by the riverside, it might be a place where people might have gathered for a baptism, or possibly referring to death, where the believer looks forward to crossing the river to go to heaven. Whatever the exact meaning of the song, it is hopeful, joyful, and energetic. We now present for you Down by the Riverside. Another African-American spiritual, Peace Like a River, has been popular around the world since the late 1800s. The idea of peace like a river is based on the idea that God's peace is constant and continuous, like a river that is always flowing. Listen for the progression of mindsets: peace like a river, love like an ocean, and joy like a fountain. We will be featuring two soloists, Nancy Whitty and David Schmidt. We give you Peace Like a River.
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river in my soul.
I've got peace like a river. I've got peace like a river.
I've got peace like a river in my soul.
Our next selection is The Ash Grove, My Home, a traditional Welsh folk song that has been performed by various artists over the years. The Ash Grove is a nostalgic and reflective song that takes the listener to a peaceful valley where streamlets meander and twilight fades. It speaks of finding peace and beauty in nature, particularly in the lonely ash grove. The lyrics paint a picture of tranquility where a blackbird's cheerful singing and enchanting notes of other warblers bring a sense of joy and freedom. We will be featuring a double duet with this. Mary Spurley and Joyce Cousineau will be singing soprano, and in place of our Sue Vineyard, our very talented music director, who has a beautiful soprano voice, will be joining for singing alto today, and along with Ruth Agers. So we give you The Ash Grove, My Home.
Through it playing as language for me.
Another American folk song is Barn Dance. Barn dancing started in England and Scotland in the 1860s, where peasants mimicked the sumptuous dances of their superiors inside barns. The barn was used to celebrate special community events like holidays, as well as weddings, and construction of the barn itself. Perhaps you can imagine yourselves dancing around the barn as we sing Barn Dance. We're gonna spin around round today.
Better get my shoes on straight away.
One step away, two steps.
Today, one step, two step, yeehaw! One step, two step, as we go. Promenade round the old barn floor. One step, two, three steps to four. Do-si-do round the old barn floor.
Swing your partner round and round.
Tap those feet on the ground.
Let's spin the barn run fills of May.
Cue the music to play.
One step,
Two step,
three steps, four. Here we go round the old barn floor. One step, two step,
then do-si-do.
promenade round the old barn floor. One step, two, three steps and four. Do-si-do round the old barn floor. One step, two step, promenade round the old barn floor. One step, two, three, four. Here we go round the old barn floor. One step, two step, then do-si-do. Promenade round the old barn floor. One step, two, three steps and four. Do-si-do, do-si-do, do-si-do round the old barn floor. Yee-haw!
Pardon me, an American fiddle tune that is well known throughout the United States and other parts of the world is Old Joe Clark. Many different verses and choruses have been sung to the tune. The song's origins are unclear, as is the identity of Joe Clark himself, if the title did actually derive from a namesake. Various claims indicate that Joe Clark may have been a moonshiner in the Virginia hills, a veteran of the War of 1812, or a banjo player from Clay County, Kentucky. One theory is that its lyrics refer to a real person named Joe Clark, a Kentucky mountaineer who was born in 1839. We now give you Old Joe Clark.
Old Joe Clark, he had a house
The roots of On Top of Old Smoky stretch across the Atlantic Ocean to England, perhaps as long ago as the 16th century. Its branches include many other folk songs with similar lyrical stanzas and tunes. Lonesome Love Song has frequently been sung high in the Appalachian Mountain as courting. Many versions sung to this original tune continued to be added, and in 1963, Tom Glazer sang, "On top of spaghetti, all covered with cheese, I lost my poor meatball when somebody sneezed." We now give you On Top of Old Smoky. Okay, that's three. On top of
Old Smoky, all covered with snow, I lost my true lover, for courting too slow. For courting's a pleasure, but parting is grief, and a false-hearted lover is worse than a thief.
A thief will just rob you and take what you have, but a false-hearted lover will lead you to your grave.
The grave will decay you and turn you to dust. Not one boy in 100 a poor girl can trust.
They'll hug you and kiss you and tell you more lies. Then cross ties on a railroad or stars in the sky.
So come, ye young maiden, and listen to me. Never place your affection in a green willow tree. For the leaves they will wither, the roots they will die, and you'll be forsaken and never know why.
And very special, our four soloists, Merle Freitag, Jim Muir, Joyce Cousineau, and Bob Holly. Thank you. Leather-Winged Bat. You ever heard of that song? Maybe not by that name. That was the original name of this original English traditional folk song. Now it's called Howdy Dow Dee Diddle-um Day. Can you say that with me? Howdy Dow Dee Diddle-um Day. Just kind of rolls out, doesn't it? Well, you'll hear that phrase in the song. Folklore has always been thought of animals with human characteristics, including the power of speech. Even Mark Twain once commented that there was no question about the ability of animals to talk to each other. The question was whether or not very many people could understand them. This folk song is about a collection of birds. The most frequently occurring creatures are a bat, a woodpecker, a bluebird, an owl, and a turtle dove. Each bird has something to say about love and courtship in some sort of rhyming matter. The song is about lost love and has been around for hundreds of years. It uses nonsense syllables that represent birds and bats chatting to each other in a rhythmic, witty fashion. We now present for you Howdy Dowdy, Howdy Dow, Dee Diddle-um Day. Diddle-um day, howdy dowdy diddle-um How many of you been to Japan or to the Japanese festival at the Missouri Botanical Gardens? You might have heard our next song there. Sakura is a traditional Japanese folk song depicting spring, the season of cherry blossoms, and reminds us to appreciate the fleeting moments of beauty in our own lives. It is often sung in international settings as a song representative of Japan. As sakura blooms in Japan, it signals the beginning of spring. People gather to celebrate this heavenly time by visiting parks to take in the beauty of sakura cherry blossoms. Celebrations may take place throughout Japan with everything from sakura products like desserts and green tea to features in music and art. We now perform a solo for you by Connie Pettit, Sakura.
Sakura,
Sakura.
All known versions of the Scottish folk song, Charlie is My Darlin', refer to the figure of Bonnie Prince Charlie of Scotland. If you've ever been in Scotland, perhaps you've heard of him. The earlier versions focus on Charles as a patriotic hero of Scotland during the Jacobite revolts in the 18th century. The Jacobite Rebellion was a series of uprisings in Scotland in the 18th century that sought to restore the House of Stuart to the British throne. And it describes the arrival of Charles, referred to as the young Chevalier, to the Highlands, being received with joy and celebration by the townspeople. Being received with joy and celebration to the townspeople, he was highly regarded, who came to his counter while playing Scottish music and wearing traditional attires. The men getting ready to leave their houses and families to join the revolution. We now give you Charlie is My Darlin'.
Charlie is my darling. Charlie is the young Chevalier. Charlie is my darling, my darling, my darling.
The lyrics of Home on the Range originated as a poem, My Western Home, by Kansas homesteader Dr. Brewster Higley. Wrote the lines in the 1870s to celebrate the beauty of his surroundings on the Great Plains. Home on the Range is a state song of Kansas. The song is associated with the Wild West, cowboys, and cattle drives, and is considered the official anthem of the American West. Soon after Franklin D. Roosevelt was first elected president, he declared Home on the Range his favorite song. Because of this presidential endorsement, it was picked up by many entertainers and frequently played on the radio until it became immensely popular worldwide. We now give to you, featuring two soloists, Jim Bowl and Earl Spiller, Home on the Range.
Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. How often at night, when the heavens are bright with the lights from the glittering stars, have I stood here amazed and asked as I gazed if their glory exceeds that of ours. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Do 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 do.
Yes, that was beautiful. Have you ever been to Ireland? If so, perhaps you have heard some Irish folk music. Hi Ho, the Rattling Bog grew out of the oral traditions of Ireland and was passed down from one generation to the next, probably beginning in about the mid-19th century. The adjective rattling means splendid in the context of this song. It is a classic accumulative song, as it has a list at the end of each verse which grows throughout the piece. Verse by verse, it adds to the picture of a tree in a bog, with each verse followed by a refrain. Since it is a folk song, it has been transmitted over generations orally. So many versions coexist, and it may be impossible to even nonsensical to seek a single authoritative version of the song's lyrics. We now give you Hi Ho the Rattlin' Bog. Rattlin' bog, bog down in the valley, oh.
In this fog there was a tree, a rare tree, a rattling tree. The tree in the bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. On this tree there was a limb, a rare limb, a rattling limb. A limb on the tree and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Along this limb there was a branch, a rare branch, a rattling branch, a branch on the limb and the limb on the tree and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Now on this branch there was a nest, a rare nest, a rattling nest. The nest on the branch on the limb on the tree and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Now in this nest there was an egg, a rare egg, a rattling egg. The egg in the nest and the nest on the branch on the limb on the tree and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Now in this egg there was a bird, a rare bird, a rattling bird. The bird in the egg in the nest on the branch on the limb on the tree in the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog and the bog down in the valley, oh. Hi-ho, the rattling bog.
Earlier we mentioned that most folk songs have no known composers. However, in some cases, some songs that have become so popular and well known seem to be folk songs, such as Jeannie with the Light Brown Hair. That is the case with so many songs of Stephen Foster because he never received proper recognition for his music. It took a life of its own. Foster was born on the 4th of July, 1826, in Lawrenceburg, Pennsylvania. He revealed an early interest in music but received very little formal training. Primarily self-taught, Foster wrote many popular minstrel songs and pop parlor songs that have become well known to the point of being considered American folk music. Foster wrote 286 words in less than 20 years, and all of his songs in his original arrangements are considered public domain and thus may be performed, recorded, or published without permission. In 1850, Stephen Foster married Jane Denny McDowell, whose nickname was Jeannie. The marriage was short-lived, however, as the pair suffered numerous conflicts and ultimately separated in 1853. Perhaps in an attempt to win back his wife, Foster composed Jeannie with the Light Brown Hair in 1954. We give you, featuring a quartet of Marion Winters, Mary Spurley, Larry Camberg, and David Schmidt, Jeannie with the Light Brown Hair.
I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair, born like a vapor on the summer air. I see her dripping where the bright streams play, happy as a daisy that dance on her way. Many were the wild notes her merry voice would pour. Many were the blithe birds that warbled them o'er. I dream of Jeannie with the light brown hair, floating like a vapor on a soft summer air.
I know, I've got to go.
At a summer workshop for teenagers in California in 1955, a song was written as part of the folk song movement of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Let There Be Peace on Earth became somewhat of a peace movement melody. When those teenagers of all races and religions returned to their homes throughout the country, they continued to sing the song and share it with others. A true song of brotherhood. It has been awarded the George Washington Honor Medal by the Freedom's Foundation of Valley Forge, as well as a Brotherhood Award from the National Conference of Christians and Jews. It has traveled around the globe, spreading a message of world peace and understanding. We now present for you, Let There Be Peace on Earth.
Let
And there you have it. That's our spring concert for 2025. Thank you for being here, and enjoy it tomorrow if you like. It's 7 o'clock tomorrow evening.
I want to thank you all for coming this afternoon. And now I would like to invite you to join us out in the chapel hall for refreshments. Thank you.